So how did sober period come about?
Put it like this. I'm in recovery. I've been sober for 2 years and 8 months.
Okay.
Before that period of sobriety, I was in active addiction for like 10 years,
Okay.
which a lot of people don't know. Even my close friends, like they knew, but my problem was kind of behind closed doors.
Okay.
It didn't really come out into the light unless I was like at a party or something. But I say all that to say, when I was in like rehabs and the halfway houses and stuff, we would I lost all my things.
Wow.
Like when you become home, like when you're deep in addiction, you don't care about nothing, so you lose stuff. Like I didn't have my own clothes. When I was in the rehabs and stuff, we got donations. I'm the type to never really look like what I was going through, so
Listen.
I would take the donations and like cut them up, revamp it, all that. And that's I'm nervous, so ignore me.
No, it's all good. It's good.
But
No, I'm just super intrigued because I never knew.
I know.
I'm just look. I'm in shock, like y'all probably are. I never knew. Like you definitely don't look like what you've been through, and that is phenomenal. God is good, right? God is good. Like people don't realize how God can just turn things around. You know what I mean? What's going on? You just tuned into another episode of The Invisible Ladder. I have a special guest with me here today, Danielle.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Owner of Sober Period.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Cool. So, Danielle, it's been a little minute since we talked or whatever. I met you through Facebook.
Yep, I reached out to you.
You seen my story. You found it inspirational. You shared it on your blog. I really appreciate that, by the way. And then we just kept in touch because you were doing some good things in the community, and I just thought it would be a perfect fit to have you on the Invisible Ladder.
And I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So Danielle, where did you grow up?
I like to call myself a gypsy. So I grew up in Trinidad.
Okay.
But I'm actually born in Oakland, California. So then when I moved to Maryland around 10 or 11, I just traveled all throughout Maryland. So I'm not really from a specific place. Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say my roots are like embedded Trinidad and all around Maryland.
When did you move to Baltimore?
2007 when I went to Morgan State.
Oh, you went to Morgan grad. Okay, that's what's up.
I didn't
Morgan.
graduate yet.
Yeah. Okay. Are you still
in May?
In May.
Yes,
all right.
We'll get to that.
All right. That's cool. That's what's up. So, how was life in? You said Florida.
In Trinidad.
No, you moved from Trinidad to
Maryland.
You moved from Trinidad to Maryland.
Yes.
Okay, and then, all right, gotcha. So, how was life in Trinidad?
It was. I mean, I was young, so I don't really remember much.
Okay.
I don't really remember much.
Got you. Okay. Cool. So move from Trinidad to Maryland. What are you in college for? What's your major?
Fashion marketing.
Fashion marketing. Okay. I knew you was doing something with fashion because you got the clothing line.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty dope. But
that was not a plan.
It's not a plan.
Mm-mm.
So how did Sober Period come about?
So, put it like this. I'm in recovery. I've been sober for 2 years and 8 months.
Okay.
Before that period of sobriety, I was in active addiction for like 10 years.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't know. Even my close friends. Like they knew, but my problem was kind of behind closed doors.
Okay.
It didn't really come out into the light unless I was like at a party or something. But I say all that to say, when I was in like rehabs and the halfway houses and stuff, we would I lost all my things. Wow. Like when you become home, like when you're deep in addiction, you don't care about nothing, so you lose stuff. Like I didn't have my own clothes. When I was in the rehabs and stuff, we got donations. I'm the type to never really look like what I was going through, so I would take the donations and like cut them up, revamp it, all that. And that's I'm nervous, so ignore me.
No, it's all good. It's good.
But
no, I'm just super and because I never knew.
I know.
I'm just look. I'm in shock, like y'all probably are. I never knew. Like you definitely don't look like what you've been
Yeah.
through, and that is phenomenal. God is good, right? God is good. Like
All the time.
I say, like, and we were just having this conversation. Like people don't realize how God can just turn things around. You know what I mean? Like you can be going or at your lowest moment and losing hope, and like that everything can be turned
Yeah.
around. So if you watching this, I just want y'all to know, like, your faith and spirituality is everything. You know, put God first and he can completely change your situation around. But so in rehab, you would take the donations, start cutting them up
Turn them into my own, like
on
put my own spin on it.
okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that's where, with Sober Period, I upcycle clothing. So a lot of people don't know, like, the backstory. I'm now starting to feel comfortable enough to talk about, like, what I've been through and how it came about. But that's why I upcycle. Because eventually I want to show people, like, you don't, like, you can work with what you got.
Right.
Like, you don't have to buy all this expensive stuff. If you got a bag of donations, you could work with that. Like,
Right.
you just like how I turned those clothes around, that's how you could turn your life around. Like, it don't matter what you know what I mean?
Right. She dropping gems, y'all. Look, listen. Cause so many people out there, when they look at trying to get something started or get something off the ground, they like, I don't have the money to do this, or I don't have the equipment to do that. You know, they don't think they have the means to do it. They think they need more. They gotta save up. They gotta ask everybody for all this different stuff. But if you got a dream and a passion to do something, you can find a way, right? Shout out to David Shands, you know, because when I started this podcast, he said, you know, man, y'all trying to get all these special mics and all this stuff. He said, I just took my camera, my cell phone camera, and I just started recording. And that's all you have to do. The same way you did, you took the clothes and you turned them into something. You made something out of nothing.
Right.
Okay. That's what's up. So how did the name come about?
One, I'm a little ratchet. So I'm always like, period. You know, like the city girls.
Okay.
But it's like, I have to remember to, like, no matter how I'm feeling, like, I was an emotional drinker. The reason why I drank is because I didn't want to feel nothing no more. So it's like, no matter what I'm feeling when I get the urge to drink, I got to remember to not drink. I got to stay sober no matter what. So that's where the period come in. I'm going to stay sober, period, no matter what.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. When did you realize that you had a drinking issue?
I knew after you go to jail so many times.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, not jail, but after you get arrested.
This started. How old were
times.
you at the time when
I started college? So 2007, I was about 18.
Okay.
That's the first time I ever drank. I didn't drink in high school or anything, but I never felt. I don't know. Something was always inside of me that I couldn't explain. It was a void, and then when I drank, it kind of filled that void. And that was the first time I drank. So it was like, it just
Ran
took
with
off.
it. It took off.
It took a while to get real, real bad and start affecting my life in major ways. But, yeah.
Wow, that's deep. So let me ask you this. What would you say to an individual that's going through the same thing that you may have went through back in that time? Like, how could one begin to be conscious that they have this problem, number one, and number two, take action steps to fix it?
It kind of, you just have to be honest with yourself.
Honest with yourself.
And it's really not that deep. Like, if bad things happen when you do something and you continue to do it, that's a problem.
Right.
Like, it's nothing deep to it. And then the thing is, okay, so for example, with me, when I realized I had a problem, I was just like, all right, but then I didn't care, cause then self love comes into play. If you don't love yourself, you don't care. Like, yeah, I have a problem, but I don't want to feel. So you know what I mean.
Right.
So it's just you have to find something that means more to you than the feeling. Like you have to stop being selfish. For example, I have a child to live for. So how I'm feeling, it don't matter. Like I have to. This is hard to explain, but like, so, okay, repeat the
The
question.
purpose. No, I follow everything what you're saying, because oftentimes I preach this to my viewers or watchers, and I tell individuals your purpose for doing something has to be bigger than you.
Yes.
And that's what you're ultimately saying. You have to find a compelling reason why. And once you find that reason why you're doing what it is that you're doing, then nothing will stop that, because it's bigger than you. One of my mentors, he said, if the reason, when you think about your reasoning, if it doesn't make you cry, then it's not big enough.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? And so,
That is facts.
yeah. So you found that reason why you had to fight to stay sober, period, which was your kid.
Yeah.
And for people that's watching, that goes for anything across the board. You know, if you want to take care of your parents, if you want to take care of your kid, if it's a dream house that you want, a dream car that you want, if it's a certain type of lifestyle that you want to live, a certain amount of people that you want to impact, you have to let that be your reasoning, because when you eliminate yourself from that equation, then you can't stop, because it's not about you,
Yep.
right? That's big.
And you have to allow yourself to feel love. And by that, I mean, like when my child was born, that didn't make me stop drinking. My child is 5. I stopped drinking 2 years and 8 months ago. It's when my mother passed. Like I didn't feel what love felt like until my mother passed. And when I felt that feeling, and I was like, I never, ever, 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 if it's in my control, want my child to feel how it feels to be that heartbroken. Like that's the first time I ever felt love.
Right.
When my mother passed. So when I say I did it for my child, it wasn't immediate.
Right.
But it took like a drastic.
Yeah,
You know,
it took a life changing event. Sometimes I call it conscious interrupts. That's if somebody says something to you, but traumatic events also. Like for me, it was my divorce, right? When things happen like that, it just causes a switch to like click on, and then you really, it changes the trajectory and the direction that you're going in, right? So that's big. That's amazing. I'm so happy that, not happy that your mom, my condolences, not happy that your mom passed, but that you had something to change the direction in which you were going. You know what I mean? Because ultimately it made you a better person. So you started to recycle the clothing. You came up with the name. Now, what's going on with the company?
So, well, I created the website from scratch. I'm a really business minded. Like
Right.
but I think too much. So that's
Overthink.
I overthink.
Okay.
Like so it's not taking off like it should be, but that's because of me. And I get overwhelmed. It's stuff I still need to work on, but it's also because I'm so passionate about it. Like when I do this stuff, it's not just oh, I want to make money. I want to make like
money.
my
You put a lot of
heart
thought
is
into
it.
it.
Yeah. So it's hard to balance passion when it comes to emotion and business.
Right.
So it's doing well.
But you know the thing is, I was just having a conversation with somebody about this earlier. It's like there is no timing, right? Like I think a lot of times we get caught up in thinking something has to be done at a certain time.
Yeah.
And I think a large reason for that is social media, the microwave success. We talk about this on pretty much all of my podcasts. You know, people thinking that something's going to happen overnight, and it just doesn't happen like that. But the journey is what's most important, right? Because as you take these steps through the journey, you're becoming a different person.
Right.
And your capability to do certain things will ultimately um, put you in a position to be able to handle the destiny, the end, right? So I think it's good. I don't think you should rush. Don't overthink it.
I
Like,
know.
yeah, you
I
just
overthink.
go with the flow.
Like
Have
even,
fun with it.
Even with when I was making it an LLC,
Yeah.
I was like, I can't make it an LLC yet because once you make it an LLC, you have to do this and this and this. My mentor was like, if you don't just go online,
Right.
I had all the paperwork done, but I
Right.
was like, I can't file it yet. It took me months just to file it.
Wow.
Like but it's going. People love the concept. Even people
I
who
love it.
drink love just the brand because sobriety, like sober. It doesn't mean just
You know
drugs
what's
and
so
alcohol.
funny? I'm gonna tell you something real interesting about that. So of course, we all have friends that drink social and stuff like that. A lot of times when I go out, I don't drink.
Right.
I'll get a lemonade. They be like, "You not drinking?"
Right.
For me, it's just always been like I want to be able to function at a certain level. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I don't. I feel like if you're not gonna drink to get drunk and like feel a different way, what's the point?
Right.
Because it don't really taste that good. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually nasty.
Right. It's like you're like, oh yeah, this is good. I mean, you got little sweet drinks and stuff like that, but like if you taking a shot, nobody in the world can tell me a shot tastes good. If you if you tell me a shot tastes good, you're lying. That's crazy. But so you're saying it took you forever just to make the LLC.
Yeah, it takes me forever to do. Like I would have everything planned out, but to actually take that step, I don't know what scares me. I think my story, I still haven't. Like I'm very open, but I don't know what comes with. I'm still kind of scared of judgment a little tiny bit. I ain't even gonna lie. So
The fact that you're here talking about this, the vulnerability speaks volumes. So, I commend you.
Thank
I
you.
commend you, and I appreciate you being on the invisible ladder because I know it's so many people out there that have different addictions that they don't know how to get past it or they don't have any hope. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but when you have an individual that can tell their story and tell how they overcame it, it gives that person hope. A lot of times we see things on television and we like, that can never happen for me. But if you see somebody tangible and you can actually touch that
Right.
person, then it's like, maybe I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a phenomenal thing, what you're doing with the sober period. So are we able to purchase clothing on the website at the moment?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It's fully
lit.
up and running. You can purchase on the website.
What
you
is
can
the
purchase
website?
it www.soberperiod.org.
Okay. So I'm gonna put that in the description for anybody that want to support, which I'm gonna support. Y'all gonna probably see me in a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, on the next podcast. I might just get fly with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just get fly with it. But yeah, I'm gonna put that in the description so people can contact you. What else are you doing outside of sober period? Like for work? Is this the only thing you're doing or
So right now I work at a rehab facility called New Wave Health Services.
Okay.
So that's my way, not of giving back, but to be honest, when I see other people going through what I've been through, that gives me another, like it gives me hope as well because it reminds me of what can happen if I lose focus.
Right.
Like I don't think I'm better than any one of them. It's so crazy. Like they would come in right off the streets and I'm giving them a hug. I'm like, hi.
Right.
And they're like, you're so nice. I'm like, I'm really not that nice. I just feel you. Like I want you to know that you're not alone. Like we here with you. Yes, I work at a rehab.
How long you been doing that for?
I would say about 2 years.
2 years. Okay. And that is here in Baltimore?
West Baltimore.
West Baltimore. So you grew up in Baltimore?
Nope. I came to Baltimore. Remember when I started going to Morgan?
Okay, that's when you were. Okay, all right.
But Baltimore needs so much help. It's so many addicts everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to move,
But
like
you know this is
eventually. But this is where I just feel
Right.
like I can make such an impact here. Like I really, really,
Right.
really want to help people find their light. Not find their light. They need to realize they are that light. Like
Right.
I really.
bring that out of them. So have you ever thought about opening up like your own practice or doing something with the person you work with? No?
I would like to expand sober period.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how yet, but I know I don't want it to be a rehab facility, and I only say that because my heart is too much in it, and you can't really be that type of person when you work because
Right.
people pass, like it's very, I know me,
Right.
but I do want to open up like an actual store and have stores, but I also want to hold like groups, like it's stuff brewing in my mind.
Right.
Yeah,
Got you. Okay.
but I don't want it to just be closed. Like
Not just
closed
closed.
wasn't even, it wasn't
Yeah.
even.
And that's what we was talking about earlier. It's just amazing how God can take an idea, something that you not even thinking about. You just doing it because you like it, right? And literally turn it into something that's going to, make you up more abundant. You know what I'm saying? But also the name, like the name is just so, it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It definitely draws your attention. Like we was talking earlier, people like, what is, sober period? You know what I mean? And it grabs their attention. So I think that's a good thing that you got going.
Thank you.
So next, I say, what, 3 to 5 years? Where do you see sober period? So, because I know you did some blogging as well. Are you still doing the blogging?
Yes.
Okay.
And you would not believe how hard it is to find people who are comfortable enough to be open, which I understand. It takes a while.
Right.
And I really want to push that more because really that's what I want to be the focus. But for now, if the clothing is what is bringing focus to the brand, that's fine. But I want people to share their stories because I really want to offer people hope. I also have, like, I used to be suicidal and all of that, and I really just want to tap in to like literally every little thing that I've been through to help somebody else. And I think those stories really help.
So what was it like? Like you would you be in pain and then you say, I'm gonna have a drink, or like
If I felt any emotion,
if you felt any emotion,
good
you would
or
just,
bad,
good or bad?
good or bad,
You
because
would just
even
say-
overly like stuff now that makes me excited. Like I still think about alcohol. I'm like, yes, I'm about to I'm about to go on a podcast. Even though I'm nervous,
Right.
I'm like, the first thing in my mind is like, yes, I should get lit real quick. Like it's always a second,
A reason for doing
like
it.
any type of emotion. I'm sad. Oh, I need a drink. I'm mad, man. I'm about to.
So it's almost like it's almost it's pretty. It sounds to me like it's like any other addiction. Like if you emotional eater, like you're sad, I'm gonna get something good to eat. You know what? I'm happy we just did X and Y Z. Let's go out to eat. Type of deal. Okay.
It was somebody who wrote me. He was addicted to endurance sports. Like he would just run. Like, but that was his addiction.
To run.
Like he's just active. Like anytime he felt some type of way, he would run miles and miles and miles and miles, and it started impacting his life. His story's on the blog now, but it's
Oh, I
so
gotta see that.
amazing to see his journey, because of course he didn't write the whole story,
Right.
but like on Facebook he would write updates and stuff, and it's just like, wow, like sobriety is not just
Does that? So did the running impact him negatively?
yeah.
I gotta go check that story. So all these stories, right? They're actually on soberperiod.com.
Yes.
Oh yeah, y'all gotta tap in, because, like I said, just like the invisible ladder, how my story can impact everybody.
Right.
You know, going to your blog, there may be something that somebody can relate to and say, you know what, I was going through that.
Mm-hmm.
And they now have hope, or that they
Right.
now have this conscious interrupt to change their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's fire. I like that. I like that. Um, did did your addiction cause um any bad things that happen within family?
Trust.
Trust.
Mm-hmm. I kind of earned that back, but not with everybody.
Right.
But like my core family members,
Mm-hmm.
they, yeah. But I
What
wish
is
my
it? Did they
mom
think you
could
were
have
like
said
gonna
that.
steal or
Oh no!
take
One thing,
money
I
to
was
go
never
drink?
a thief,
Right.
but I was, because I held in so many emotions. When I'm real quiet normally. Like I'm laid back, quiet. When I drink, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling.
Right.
Like I'm very out
Open.
there.
Right.
Yeah. So it just caused like a tension, because I'm gonna tell you what it is, how I want to say it. Like it's, yeah.
It's no
Mm-hmm.
sugar coated nothing. It's
Mm-mm.
straight it's
Mm-hmm.
straight at you.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But I am grateful to even have friends. Most of my friends, like a lot of people burn so many bridges during active addiction. I have friends who they've been with me through it all. They might give me my moment, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you, like when I'm in rehab. Like I wouldn't talk to people for months and months.
Right.
But when I come out of that, they was right there. They ain't judged. But a lot of people don't have that.
Now, was it you that realized after the passing of your mom, like, hey, I need to get some help, or did you have somebody actually come to you and say, Danielle, like, we got to get you some help, and then like enroll you into a program?
Everybody told me I need help. I've been in like 7 rehabs.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
But it don't work if other people are telling you you need to do it. It only
You have
work
to
when
do
you
it for you.
find it within yourself. Hmm.
Wow. That's deep. That's
Hmm.
deep. That is a like a powerful test. Like, I'm still in
I
shock from the beginning
know.
because, like I said, I only thing I knew
Hmm.
was that you had the blog
Hmm.
and that you had sober prayer. I didn't know that you were actually of, I guess, a victim of it, or not. What's the word I want to say? You were a person that,
I was an addict. Nope,
no.
because I keep that in the forefront. I am an addict. I still say I am an addict.
Why would you say that?
Because I don't, it's just,
So
I
I
just,
so I and this is just my personal thinking. What I would say to you as a friend is to eliminate that from your vocabulary. Eliminate identifying with that. Because what you tell yourself is what will materialize in the physical
right,
world.
right.
It's like if I keep telling myself, I know I can't do it. I'm never gonna do what it take to do it. You see what I'm saying? I know this can't happen for me. You know, I suck at life. My mom told me I wasn't shit. My dad
Right,
told me I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It's like programming the
right,
subconscious mind to relive something that
mm-hmm,
you don't want.
right.
So, and then the other thing is the word I am is God.
Okay, gotcha.
God said, I am, I am.
Mm-hmm,
So whatever you attach I am to materializes. You see what I'm
I
saying?
do,
You
I
see what I'm
do.
saying? So every day I wake up, I tell myself what I want to become. Even before I become it. I am a multimillionaire. I am successful. I impact millions of lives. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's what I would say to you.
And I'm gonna take that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change that.
I was whatever you want to be. Sober period. I am sober period. That's who you are.
Right.
And when the subconscious mind accepts that, it will never happen because we have two parts of the mind: conscious, subconscious. The subconscious is what controls and determines everything that happens. Tells your heart how many times it beat, right? When you program it, which you can program it, it's the same way you know your name. You know your name because your mom or your dad told you your name 1,000 times. Danielle, Danielle, Danielle. eventually the subconscious mind said, okay, I'm Danielle.
Right.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now you're saying to yourself, I'm sober, period.
Right.
You become that.
Right.
You become your brand. You see what I'm saying?
I do. I can't wait to just sit and think about this later.
I know, right? So yeah, that is a super impactful story. And I again want to commend you for fighting through that journey, because I know it wasn't easy.
Still not.
And then,
But,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
you said 2 years and how many months?
8 months.
2 years and 8 months. So yeah, I want to congratulate you on that. I want to
Thank
congratulate you on sober period, for the lives that you're currently impacting. Um, y'all, please support this. Like, I don't see how you cannot support this. We're gonna put all the information in the description when we upload it. Is there anything that you will want to say closing out to a person that's gone through the same thing that you went through, or just anything in general, whatever you want to say?
That's hard because I be wanting to say a lot, but don't know how to verbalize it. But
Listen, I'm here to help. Whatever you want to say.
I just, it seems cliche when you say don't give up, but I'm just putting myself out there as like a walking testimony to show people. Like, I'm not even gonna say it. Just look at me, and I just want you to realize you can make it out whatever dark place you're going through. Like, it does not matter what you're going through, you can make it out. You really, 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 really can. Like, I don't mean to sound cliche, but it really, yeah.
I feel. If anybody look, I feel it, cause I know. I don't know your pain. I will never say I know your pain, because I didn't experience that, but I know for myself personally what it's like to feel pain or feel like suicidal.
Yes.
I felt that before. You know what I mean? And never give up, y'all. So, again, thank you for coming to the Invisible Ladder.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you. Like I said, I'm gonna put everything in the description. See y'all guys in the next episode. Real Talk Ben. Peace.
Bye.